Hello, my name is Peter Dickinson, and today I'm going to speak about anger. I'm not a doctor or psychiatrist, just someone who was born and brought up into anger, and I'm speaking about my own experiences and my personal coping mechanisms. If you believe you have issues that are beyond the scope of this video, then I strongly recommend you contact your healthcare professional. This is part 5 of a 5-part video tutorial on how we can reduce and overcome anger and improve our relationships with people. In this 5th episode, I will once more be explaining my own experiences of anger, and I hope that by speaking openly about myself, you'll be able to apply that knowledge to other aspects of anger that arise in your life. Now, I'm going to speak about another example of anger, and that is that of resentment. Unrecognized anger and resentment re-emerge in our life as depression, which is anger directed at oneself. Chronic suppressed anger can manifest itself in the body as migraine, arthritis, and hypertension. All these symptoms are often eliminated when people learn to let go of their inner anger. An example would be lending someone money and not having it paid back. Our mind would like us to think there's a justifiable anger and takes the form of moral indignation. So, in this example, we build up resentment about the person with our money, and we make them out to be wrong, and we are the wronged against. When we, the lender, let go of our internal dialogue about being wronged and let go of our ego, we can change our view of the loan and make it into a gift. I've done this with a friend. I had to admit that the friend actually needed the money more than I did. It was for a vet's bill for their dog, and it was not really a very large amount. And I know they had nobody else to turn to. We have to consider that the person owing us the money might have lots of other issues in their life, and they're simply not thinking of us at all. It's not that they're avoiding paying the money back and avoiding us. And then once we release the expectation of ever being paid back, instead of resentment, we can feel grateful because we've helped out another human that was in dire need. Then, who knows? A short time later, we may receive all of the money back. But by sending out our negativity, we affect the other person. When we change it to positivity, we can unblock the negativity in the person holding our money. So it's not just woo-woo to say forgive and forget. It's a recognition of emotional realities. How might we help ourselves in this example? Well, our willingness to let go of our anger will dissipate our anger. Willingness is our decision to find a better way and stop relying on anger. Students of the martial arts are aware that anger indicates weakness and vulnerability. They see it as a tool to use against their opponent. In our society, it's deemed normal to have macho tendencies as a positive male attribute. We're proud to say, I told that guy off. We have enough negative influences in our lives without us making extra enemies, and so it makes sense to let go of these negative vibrations. We live in a world where we're constantly being shown chronic resentment through our media channels. We're led to believe that one nation has wronged another nation, and then we become collectors of injustices. And anger ties us up. It doesn't set us free. We get stuck with the negativity of the other person, and we get our payoffs of righteous indignation, feeling wronged, and having the desire for revenge. This other person will not change, and we'll have these feelings about a number of different people in our lives unless we learn to let go of our inner angriness. Anger kills the angry person, not the so-called enemy. And so, in summary, I hope this and the other 5 videos has helped expand your understanding of anger and has given you some ideas how you might alleviate some of the effects of anger in your life. And I hope that due to the range of feelings included in anger, you can appreciate now that anger covers a huge slice of the population on the planet. If you know someone you believe would benefit from the information we've just covered, please point them to this series of 5 videos. In my experience, the angry person needs to feel they want to improve, meaning you might not get very far by tackling their anger head on. Remember, we all justify it to ourselves because we are the wronged party. And remember, we become addicted to anger, such that we stir up trouble to feel that surge of neuropeptides. Remember, we can sit and think about where that feeling of anger may have had its roots. It's usually from our childhood. We can then see the feeling of anger as no longer serving us, and we can let it go. I recommend everyone uses meditation every day to give ourselves that quiet space that we can return to when we feel our anger rising. I also remember we can catch ourselves before our angry emotions run away with us and take a few seconds to stop and breathe, as was covered in earlier video tutorials. And remember, we're just one breath away from reducing our anger, in that once we've stopped the emotion with our 3-second inhale, 3-second exhale, repeated 3 times, we can gain control of ourselves. And in this example, turn our resentment of the loan into a gift to the other person. That means stop looking inwards to our small self and switch to our large self that looks outward, the part of us that's capable of giving love, compassion, kindness to others. That will result in better personal relationships and better health and a better world. There are 4 other videos in this series, so make sure you get to see them as well. This piece, as all 4 were, all 5, inspired by David Hawkins in his book Letting Go. I'm Peter Dickinson, born and raised in anger. Not proud of that, but getting better every day. And see you next time.